following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you could just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, that's
No,
how it
no,
works.
please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it, okay?
So Oz, this week we are going to be discussing the big Disney Plus launch and kind of where we see the streaming service and just the cable and the different platforms, and just kind of talk about them, where we see it going. Apparently our your football talk was a big hit last week, so we're going to do another sport for you this week. Uncle Oz is going to talk some more sports. We're going to do our starting 5 basketball team using DC characters and a sixth man. Oz, do you know what a sixth man is?
In some Westerns, I'm familiar with a sixth man, but in the basketball lingo, I'm looking forward to this conversation. Man, it's like a blast from the past because I was deep into all the sports and everything when I was a lot younger. So I'm excited to figure out the starting 5 and the sixth man. This could be the makings of a great sci-fi.
What exactly does the sixth man have to do with the sci-fi? This isn't like the Sixth Sense.
Well, I mean, but the sixth man, traditionally the sixth is the other. If you want to take it like you have 5 senses, the sixth sense would be that one sense. The other is that extrasensory kind of thing. So that's why I'm excited about it,
Yeah.
But in relation to basketball, it's cool.
Okay, so I'm going to just kind of break down for Oz kind of what I see each position kind of bringing to the table. Point guard should be your leader on the floor. He should be kind of your floor general, your coach on the floor, very reminiscent of your quarterback. He doesn't have to be your best scorer, but he needs to be able to score when he needs to. But he's got to be able to keep the team involved, and he has to be a leader. Very important for a point guard. Your shooting guard. Now, you can go about this a few different ways. Some people like their shooting guards to be a little bit more scorers, a little bit more flashy, go get buckets. A lot of people want their shooting guards to be defensive wings. They want them to be able to stop people, play really good defense, knock down open shots. One of the big things in the NBA is 3-and-D, 3-point shooters who can also play defense. So those are kind of things you can look for in a shooting guard. Me personally, I'm more of a defensive guy. That's how I always coach my kids, so I always go for the defensive players. But I might change it up a little bit for this. Small forwards. You can go about this a few different ways. There's the small forward traditional who plays a little bit inside, a little bit outside. He's a slasher. He can attack the basket. He can knock down the open shot. But then there's the point forward who can run the point guard. If you have a real good shooting point guard, you can have your forward bring the ball up, initiate the offense. So I think your small forward needs to be able to do a little bit of everything. He's got to be a little bit of a utility player. Your power forward. Nowadays, your power forward's got to be able to stretch the floor. They've got to be able to run. They've got to be long, athletic. They need to be able to keep up with everybody. This is the guy that you want space in the floor. He needs to be able to knock down the outside shot. He's got to be able to rebound and bang inside. It's very important for your power forward to be able to kind of bring that presence inside. He needs to be your athletic guy. He needs to be the one who, if you need a bucket, you can go to your four-man, whether it's a mid-range jumper in the short corner or whether it's a short post-up. Your center needs to be your bruiser. He should be kind of your guy that you expect to kind of lay the hard hits. Nobody comes in the hole unless they hit your center, whether it's a foul or whether it's a block. Your center needs to establish the tone. He should be your defensive captain. He should be able to tell everyone where they need to go. He will see everything on the floor. As a coach for the JV level myself, and the middle school level, my center, I like to make sure that he's in the middle of the floor when we're running a half-court trap, or even if we're playing man-to-man. Unless their center's a shooter, I'm going to have my center back kind of directing traffic. I like for my center to be the defensive leader. Now, this is all personal preference, but those are just kind of some bases you can use to create your team for the DC universe.
Sounds exciting, man. I look forward to doing this.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what you pull up, too. Apparently, people were very impressed with your football talk.
Well, I appreciate it. It's fun for me, too, because it actually makes me have a deeper appreciation for the sports and how, in the long run, the sports and the love of comics, the love of sci-fi, all that stuff is just all in the same realm. It's like not really escapism, but more of just trying the old-fashioned, good versus evil, and just trying to, on the one level, pick your side. It's kind of cool.
Well, I'm definitely the bad guy.
No, you're kind of like the spectrum. People think you're pretty powerful, but when they actually see, you're like, oh, you're just kind of like a ghost who doesn't do really much of anything. And you wear a really weird white and green suit.
Our colors are more so blue and gold.
Same thing. Wait, aren't the LA Rams colors blue and gold?
Do you know who the LA Rams are?
Oh wait, aren't the Chargers? The Chargers used to be blue and red.
Powder blue.
Powder blue and yellow, right? Yeah. I remember. Come on, man.
I didn't know you knew that many teams.
Black Bolt, if I'm not mistaken, Black Bolt and Thor were a member of the Chargers for a small bit, and Storm too. If I may be mistaken, but that's what I thought.
It was Electro there. Too.
Oh man, see, everyone forget about Electro on that.
There too.
He always played the bench, but I think he had potential to be something else. But I think I might got mistaken. So it's fine.
Right. No question. Disney Plus seems to have kind of taken over the world. That's something we're going to dive into. It's something that we've talked about multiple times before, and we've kind of discussed where we think cable is going to be in 5 years, and if we think it's going to be obsolete. Disney Plus seems to have really kind of taken over. I wonder if this is just a fad or if this is kind of going to be the thing going forward, because it seems to have a little bit of everything. But when people go through all this old content and they start wanting the fresh content, is that going to be a problem going forward?
That is brilliant what you just said, actually, because I was thinking about it, and it is like here's the problem. Us as human beings, we always want this. Like, we always hope for the best, no matter what you say, no matter what state we're in right now. Forget all about that. But we always hope for the best, But what happens is that our nostalgia winds up taking over facts. And so when it comes to that kind of thing, as Regular Scott said, when all the content is done, when you're tired of seeing Old Yeller for the 15th time, when you're tired of seeing not the entire in-game movie, but the certain parts that you like, the action parts, where do you go from there? It feels like a lot of stuff is just on the basis is just more definitely nostalgia. And as Regular Scott, where is cable 5 years from now? Cable doesn't know where cable is going to be 5 years from now.
So I think the one thing that cable still has, and I don't even know how long they're going to have that, because Hulu's kind of on their trail with it. The one thing cable still has is live TV. live sports, and I think that is the one thing that cable is going to have to figure out a way to keep as far as being able to be ahead of the curve. As long as they have live sports, they will have a slot in the TV medium.
But regular Scott, here, this is
not even live sports, but just live TV.
True, but this is your thing. This is for you. Like, here, live TV is good only for just like, on a local level, just figuring out like if there's a tornado or if there's a storm in your area. But live sports were made for streaming. They were just made for it. Like, so I think cable's going to have, cable's going to have a reckoning, which they should have did 20 years ago, but they just like, oh, we can make all the money we can. And by the way, the streaming services are going to have that same issue in the next 5 to 10 years too, where they like, oh, we have all the money. What do we do now? It's just like, there has to be some kind of reckoning where you have to figure out what's the next choice. And I think the next thing for cable might just be like some kind of live local service. Like maybe cable becomes the new like public access.
PBS?
Well, no, but remember how like in cable you had like Channel 4, Channel 5 was public access where you could be, it was basically the YouTube of cable before YouTube came around.
It was like PBS.
Oh, not even like PBS, dude. People had their own crazy shows. Like, from Richmond, Virginia, these cats had these shows, and it was off the hook. But they could talk about whatever they wanted to.
So I guess that's not a bad idea. I mean, that's the only.
What else do you do, man? Because like the whole model for cable was just for you. You want to watch 3 channels, but you have to watch 20 of them because just to make it profitable for them and stuff.
So I think as long as every single channel has to have their own streaming service and you have to pay for it, cable will still have a platform because they'll be able to put a package together. You know what I mean? And as long as they can put a package together that's cheaper than the price of $9.99 for Hulu and $6.99 for CBS, $5.99 for Apple Plus, $8.99 or $7.99 for Disney Plus. Once you start adding all that up, it's almost like, well, why don't I just keep the cable and maybe add 1 or 2 services instead of getting all these services where I have to log in. I got to go to this app, and you can just have it all on cable. I think until they decide to work together and figure out a way to be under that, cable will still have a spot.
I think you're absolutely right with what you just said.
Well, this is very surprising. I don't know really what to do when you're agreeing with me. It's throwing me off, and I don't know if I like it.
Once in a lifetime. Mark it here. Regular Scott could possibly be on to something.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave that on a good note. Let me go ahead and set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here with my co-host, the comic connoisseur himself, I'm going to start calling him Mr. Sunday Funday, the regular Ozzy, the real Ozzy Killmonger.
I am the regular Ozzy Killmonger when he plays these shots fired, leaving me bleeding. Man, hey,
what you doing on a Sunday?
What is up, good people?
And you can find us on Twitter at Knee for Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. You can find Ozzy on Twitter at the real Ozzy Killmonger. And, well, while he looks up his Twitter handle, you can also email us at Knee for Marvel vs. DC at go2filife.com. You can download our podcast anywhere you download them: Apple, iTunes, Spreaker, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, Spotify. Anywhere you get your podcast, we're there. Subscribe, like, leave us a review, download, check us out. And Oz is at Ozzy Real. He is the real Ozzy Killmonger at Ozzy Real, OZZIE Real.
Hey, man, I think you just increased my profile by you saying it, because when I said it last time, I was hoping I was going to at least get 1 or 2, but Regular Scott, thanks for the shout out, bro. I really appreciate that. And as he said, you can find me on Twitter. I'm just still trying to find myself on Twitter, so if you can find me, that might be helpful too. It's not Where's Waldo, it's Where's Oz.
We're also on Facebook and Instagram as well. One thing I do want to touch on, kind of on a serious tip that we didn't discuss last week, that I think we should have. So since we didn't, I think we definitely need to discuss it this week. And I haven't brought this up to you yet, but it just kind of hit me. John Witherspoon and his passing. I think he's somebody that we should kind of touch on as far as, just kind of how iconic of a character and figure and kind of in the comedy realm that he really became, especially in the black community.
Well, I mean, you got to think about. So, rumor has it that when he was asked to play the grandpa on Boondocks, he was like, no way. But then he got convinced by family members to do it. Just from Fridays, just from everything. Black Jesus. Come on, man. Like, for me, I appreciated him from Fridays up into his career with Black Jesus just because it just sent a signal out to people that you can be as young at heart and as old at heart as you want to, but you can still do your thing.
Yeah, and Friday is one of my all-time favorite movies. Like, anytime it's on, I can watch it over and over again. Oz, do you know what Friday is?
TGIF.
Yes.
And it is also, God Bless America, the reason why Chris Tucker was able to star in some action movies, the reason why Ice Cube became a kinder, gentler family man after NWA, the reason why Cat Williams was allowed to have... yeah, man. Was the Friday After Next or whatever? He's like, remember that one?
I was just talking about Friday.
I'm talking about the whole series, man. Like, because I don't always call it one movie. It's like the whole series of it. Because,
but only one of them was good.
Well, I know, but you know what, dude? It's like everybody else is allowed to go, oh, Jaws 2, Jaws 3. Okay, everybody else is allowed to do Pet Sematary 2. But, like, we can do...
But nobody wanted any of those that you're talking about. Nobody wanted Jaws 2. Nobody wanted Jaws 3.
Not a lot of, but the cry was out. People wanted another Friday, as the title said.
No, that's fine, but it wasn't good, in my opinion.
Hey, as the old folks myself say, I hear you, bro.
I'm just saying. But it definitely didn't measure up to the first one.
But I like the fact that it allowed some of our black talent, reoccurring if you want to say forever, but allowed some of our black talent that like established himself in mainstream. Like, you can say bad or good because I am Mr. Social Justice and I annoy myself with my social justice. But you can say whatever you want. But it gave America a taste of black culture. And I know people are like, that's not our culture. That's just one bit. But it was one bit. It is part of stuff.
Shout out to Bernie Mac, too.
Oh, man, forever. Dude. Yeah, but I'm just saying, man, it's just like it was cool that, again, it turned, think about it. It literally let Ice Cube transition into other roles, man. It let Chris Tucker transition to other roles, too. So that's all I'm saying from that point of view, Terry Crews, So all these cats got a chance, man. All these cats got a chance to participate in because of maybe Friday and all the movies after Friday. They got a chance to make such great movies such as like Soul Plane. I am kidding. Soul Plane is not a great movie, okay?
Nia Long, Regina King.
Ooh. Okay. Hey, Regina King.
Okay.
Regina King, Watchmen. Get it through. Get it through.
Okay. Pass the Cleaver. You don't know who that is.
Dude, this guy, man.
I just don't. I don't know if you've ever seen Friday. What are you looking at? What are you doing?
So, hey, yo, what you can't see is this guy here. It's like, hey, awesome. You don't know about Fridays. Busy on his phone, IMDbing his life away, dude. Oh, you don't know Friday's Uncle Oz like me and IMDb know Friday.
Well, I just wanted to look up a couple people because there were some people that wasn't sure who was in the movie.
It's just to refresh my memory since I've never seen the movies.
I've never seen Friday.
Said regular Scott in his own inner monologue.
Come on, man. You ever been fired on your day off?
Been fired on my day at work, son.
Exactly. That's from Friday.
Yeah.
But you've never seen Friday, so you wouldn't get the reference.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I do.
Great.
I am a boy.
What? we got news tidbits.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What are you about to say? We got news tidbits.
Oh, let's
we got stuff to get to.
All right, let's go.
We actually have work to do today. Titans was good.
Oh, Titans was great. Come on, Craig. Titans was great. Titans was great, dude. It was good. It's good.
Man, that's my mama. My mama gave me that chain. My mama gave me that chain.
As I've said, and I said it when we first started this podcast, watch Titans, man. It's a blast, man. It's a blast. Well, I think we'll dive deeper into Titans, though.
Hey, Debo, my dad said, give me my bike back. What bike?
Here we go.
What bike? That's great. All right, news tidbits. That's a female. You don't touch no female.
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
Here we go.
All right. Eddie Murphy is apparently going to star in Beverly Hills Cop 4 at Netflix.
No, let it rest. Axel Foley.
I think it'll work on Netflix.
Is it a series or is it a movie?
It's a movie.
But how old is this guy, dude? What's
He's probably Eddie Murphy's age.
He better be Commissioner Axel Foley. I'm bringing in the new young bucks who are trying to bust the Scientology ring there.
That was a very specific plot line and storyline.
If it's not that, what else can you do? You're going to bring back Bridget Nielsen too? Don't do it. Don't do it.
What about Coming to America 2?
I saw it already. Wait, Simba, right?
Coming to America 2.
Simba.
No, I was just talking about the movie Coming to America 2.
I thought we were talking about the Lion King live action. I got them all confused. Don't do it, but you're doing it.
All right. So that's what you think about Eddie Murphy being in Beverly Hills.
Man, because look, dude. Man, so when he did 3, you're kind of like, ooh. All right.
But let's talk about 1 and 2 and how important they were.
Let's just talk about 1, dude. 1 was the man.
2 is okay.
When 1 came out, I was like, look at this dude. Get him, Eddie. Go get him, Axel.
Killing it.
Oh, and you literally got what the sublime thing was that I look back at that movie was that
Will Smith before Will Smith.
Well, you had the sublime thing about that movie. Definitely, for sure. It was just that you had the 2 white cops were kind of like the subordinates of Eddie Murphy. He was always like one-upping them and being slicker. It was refreshing and revolutionary, and that's why they made so much loot for that dude.
Have you ever seen Beverly Hills Cop?
Maybe once or twice.
Captain Marvel was originally supposed to be in
Beverly Hills Cop 4.
In Age of Ultron, and there is a deleted scene with Captain Marvel at the very end of Age of Ultron. At the end where Captain America is assembling his troops, and he goes, "Avengers!" And before he could say assemble, they cut. There was a Captain Marvel stand-in that was going to be Captain Marvel, so that way that was going to be her introduction to the MCU.
I'm thankful for small mercies.
So, Oz, do you think that would have worked? Do you think that would have been a cool little Easter egg to have her just to kind of know she was in the universe, established, and she already knows everybody? Or do you like the way that they introduced her with her own movie first and then kind of going into the Infinity War and Endgame?
Yeah. I see that. It's a good point. I haven't really thought about that because I don't think about the Age of Ultron very much at all. No, that is a horrible idea. It's nice for video sales. Sorry, DVD sales. But other than that,
I don't think anybody's buying DVDs anymore. Showing your age.
Oh, sorry. It's nice for streaming.
Blu-rays.
Or cable.
Blu-rays.
On demand.
Blu-rays. They buy Blu-rays. You don't buy DVDs, though. When the last time you bought a DVD?
Oh, for real?
Like a DVD. Not a Blu-ray, but a DVD.
I recently, it's probably maybe 3 or 4 years, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
It was a bit. And I have all the DVDs that I bought. I have them in my little DVD nerd files in case the apocalypse happens. But I also have them in the cloud too. So I'm like, what am I trying to do? What am I doing? What am I doing, dude? I'm so conflicted. I'm like, I have them saved. Like, I'm like, okay, well, they're in a lockbox. It's airtight. In case the flood comes in the next 30 years. They're in the cloud. So I'm just literally going, if the disaster comes by land, sea, or air, I'm covered. But if the disaster comes by e-impulse, I might be covered too. But the point is, how am I going to play these things if there's no electricity or any sort of like TV in the future? So what am I doing? What am I doing?
okay.
Because listen, I know you don't smoke weed. All right, but anyway. But I'm going to get you high today because it's Friday. You ain't got no job.
Bye, Felicia. Look, so go ahead, Oz. Go ahead. You look like you got some. In case you haven't been able to tell, Oz and myself are doing the podcast together, so that's why he's all giggly and stuff because he's so excited.
Nah, dude, I'm sitting in my home chilling. I have not seen this cat. He is nowhere near me. So whatever you say, do not listen to this guy. Bye, regular Scott.
I just.
What you doing on a Sunday?
So.
Oh, that's a jab to my heart, dude. It is literally like a knife cut. Like, it's like, man, it is like being like, it's like Shankins. It's crazy, man.
Shout out the V's. Sin City is rumored to. Sin City is rumored to be getting its own TV show here soon. Oz, what are your thoughts?
What's the format? Who what network?
It'll probably be a premium station. I'm thinking like a Showtime.
Oh, maybe a Showtime or Cinemax is right. You that might be right. But dude, why?
Why not? I think a TV show could work. You could genuinely expand on some characters. You could really get some background on it. I think a TV show could work.
I guess, man, but I just feel like,
be a little more creative and original.
Look, man.
I mean,
what you can't see. Okay, truthfully, yes, we are doing a podcast together for this one. What you can't see is this dude, after every single time I'm about to make a comment, makes these duck lips. And he makes faces at every comment. Like
I have not made a duck lip face. Come on, man.
He'll this. You can't appreciate this, everybody, because I wish you could. Regular Scott will say something to me as a question. While you guys are thinking it's a legit question, he'll say it to me. He'll give me this crazy face, just to be like, and it's a face that you give a person that you're like. Yeah, so what do you have to say? When no one really wants to know what you have to say. And so, unfortunately...
But listeners, let me ask you this. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Shots fired.
Can I just say this? But what are you guys doing on a Sunday?
You don't have to say it. I'll play it for you.
What you doing on a Sunday?
Oh, jab again. This dude is MMA me all day long. Man, straight up Thai. This is like on some Brazilian, martial arts. This is crazy. This is some Thai kickboxing, man.
Well, here's some good news for you. This should make you
Regular Scott. This is Regular Scott's last show, and I will be with. So everybody, please celebrate. Unless you will be sad that Regular Scott will be leaving. Like his followers. To say the least.
Well, listen, if I leave, well, then you'll still have your 7 followers that'll listen.
Yes, your followers, Kaliman, Dr. Jones, cover your heart.
So, Titans season 3 has been confirmed for the fall season of 2020.
I thank God for little blessings.
And apparently the rumor for Titan Season 3. The rumor is that Starfire's sister, Blackfire, will be one of the main antagonists for Season 3.
Get ready for the Basement Boys to lose their mind. Yeah, dude, shots fired, and I mean literally be prepared for them to do shots fired. So, look, man, about that real quick. I was one of the first ones to be like, hey, God, for sakes, man, let her at least be orange, you know? But this Starfire, I know I have no problem with it as her storyline has grown. I'm with it. And also, on the blurred level, I'm overly excited. I'm overly excited that we're going to say that Termaron is black, and that we're going and that's the whole premise. That's the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, I love it. Now, if anybody else is offended by it, please send your comments. I would say in this mad, crazy universe, there are plenty of universes that have like all white, like amazing folks. But just the fact that that's there is cool, you know. So I appreciate that. And look, man, that whole fight scene between Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson.
Whoa, dude, come on, man! Like, what are you doing?
That's in the comic books from 5 years ago. I'm sorry. Regular Scott, you have something to say?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Wait, are you giving us spoilers without a spoiler alert?
Is it in the comics from 5 years ago? I mean, what's going on?
Not that scene.
Spoiler alert from Regular Scott just gave away a plot. I was just talking about when they fight in general, but
Wait, which comic?
Oh yeah, there's also some very beautifully classic ones, like the one I'm referring to.
You said 5 years ago, so what comic from 5 years ago?
Oh, you know what I meant to say the comic animation of actual Young Justice
from 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Which one from 5 years ago?
Oh, it's actually when
which one came out in 2014?
When Batman was had the still
in 2014
in the Star Roll implant. Yeah.
In 2014.
I mean, dude, like I'm sorry. Give me. Obviously, you have something to get off your chest, but go ahead.
Nope, I got nothing to get off.
Now, if we're going to get back to Titans, if you're finished, man, I look forward to us doing a discussion on the latest episode because there's lots of like really cool little things. I don't want to do a spoiler alert like Regular Scott did and blow the whole thing for everybody, but it's worth watching, you know.
The Joker movie has made $1 billion and is now one of the most profitable movies of all time. Not one of the highest grossings, but one of the most profitable movies of all time off of a $50 million budget.
Well, I have problems with that, though. There's no explosions. There's no shitty plot lines. The character gets developed. I mean, obviously this is not a Marvel movie, so yeah. But I just it gets
what does that mean?
It just
what does it not being a Marvel movie have to do with anything?
That was a little side comment to just say like, look, dude, here we go. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need big explosions. You don't need to have a cast of 1,000 like famous stars. And if Regular Scott will let me finish, if I may speak, all you need is a good storyline and a lead who can work out things and work through things. And
that's not true. One of the biggest factors of this entire movie was the premise of seeing the Joker.
Now, on the level of saying that's a harsh statement, and that's not true. But can we also say that it was $50 million? If the premise was one to see the Joker, they would say, yo, put money into it, and let's also sell it let's sell it through Taco Bell. It wasn't done like that, dude. It was a fringe storyline on the origin of the Joker. People were hungry for the Joker for sure. But they were hungry. That just shows that there's an appetite for it, but you don't have to go over the top and be silly about it. They went the right way.
But you're saying it like that. The only reason you're saying the way you just worded that.
No, don't say that. I'm saying
I am, because how you said
no.
it,
Wait, hold on, time out. Your interpretation of what I said is it. That's
okay. Well, however you want to word it to mask it for you. however you want to word it, the way you worded that,
there's not a problem wearing a mask.
the way you worded that was that this movie did so well was because of the plot line, the storyline.
No.
That's what you said.
What I worded was, let me be very clear.
Okay,
and
be
then we
very
can go
clear.
back on it. You don't need to have a whole slew of explosions. You don't need to have a crappy storyline, but a big budget and to market it through things. I want to make myself very clear. You don't need to market your stuff. What you need to do, you don't need to market it through like sales of food and everything. You just need to market your story, have a good story, have a powerful actor, and have a great, powerful storyline, and you can make things happen.
So what did this have to do with Marvel?
Well, Marvel, think about Endgame. Think about Infinity War. Do big-ass marketing campaigns that just like, here's it on Infinity War chocolate chip cookies. Everything is it was insane. I was flooded with stuff when I just wanted to see a cool movie. And let's talk about the explosions. Dude, you can count the number of, maybe 2 mass explosions in the Joker compared to over-the-top CGI. And when I'm saying explosions, dude, do you really need to have all the CGI and everything, the distraction? Every story you always hear is like, man, the CGI was kind of crazy. It kind of sucked. But it was cool to see everybody there. You don't need to have that anymore, dude. That's what I'm saying.
You have not heard that complaint from Endgame or Infinity War, which were the 2 examples you just brought up. One of the complaints were not about the CGI or anything about the special effects when it comes to those 2 movies. You didn't mention any of that when we reviewed it on this show. Multiple times.
Well, I can say this too, and my friends have said that. Well, okay. Well, I also said Marvel too. I gave you 2 examples. Okay.
Well, I'm just.
You're correct. Here, but how about this? If we want to get there, Regular Scott has a good point. Let me correct myself, as I have no problem doing. Let's put that to Black Panther.
Okay. Now, besides the last fight scene, the rest of the CGI is really good. Besides that last fight scene, the rest of the CGI in that movie is really good. That doesn't excuse the last fight scene.
Doesn't the CGI and the horrible fight scene distract you a little bit from an overall amazing movie? When you, what I'm thinking, it did for me.
Hold on. Where is this coming from? Because you haven't mentioned any of this ever before.
That is untrue. I have always said the fight scene is horrible.
But you've never said that it took away from the movie.
I have said that. I have definitely said that.
You have never said that it took away from the movie.
So see, and this is how our modern society works. All someone has to do is say, you haven't done that, and so then I have to produce all the proof. No. Regular Scott's job is to show me where my statement is true. Because I have said in the past that the fight scene was horrible.
Yes, you have.
And that was the only thing that took me away from the movie. I've said that before. Go research it. I've said it. Prove me wrong.
I will.
Because
I can provide the clips.
It will serve me no point to prove myself wrong.
No, okay, I will.
And it will also serve me no point to prove myself right because I know I'm right.
Okay, so I will provide the clips next week.
Yeah, and let's make it poignant. Don't just go, he said, and the Regular Scott, as prone to do, snip some pieces together. And so if you hear me going, Black Panther has a great move, something's wrong, okay?
What you doing on a Sunday?
Yeah, because this guy, he's scared of the truth because he's scared of what will happen, and what happens is this.
So, let's go into our next little bit of news tidbits. The Jamie Carso?
Get straight.
Jamie Carso?
Go slow.
Is it Jamie Carso? Corso? Let me see how to pronounce it.
Yeah, once again, he's looking up because he needs all the help he can get.
Jamie Lawson. Jamie Lawson is playing a character named Bella in the new Batman movie.
Who's Bella?
What you doing on a Sunday?
That's what Bella's doing.
So disrespectful, dude. Dude, man.
What you doing on a Sunday?
So, Oz, what do you think about Bella? What do you think about Jamie Lawson? Do you think Bella's maybe a code name and she might potentially be playing Commissioner Gordon's daughter since he's black?
Why is Bella a code name for Commissioner? I'm sorry, dude. I try not to make everything about about ethnicity and culture, but wait, I'm sorry. Even I'm a little confused about that. What does Bella have to? What does here? Please, I'm also a historian.
Bella could stand for Bella Thorne, who is supposedly rumored to play Barbara Gordon in Zack Snyder's Batman vs Superman.
Okay, so you've obviously been thinking too much about this.
I just saw this news tidbit right before we pulled it.
Okay, good. So you obviously have not think nearly enough about this.
Well, I think that was pretty good for only 10 minutes ago.
No. I think that's pretty, again, unprofessional and lazy.
Well, if we want to talk about unprofessional, we actually got a review that said Uncle Oz is just all over the place while we're talking about professionalism.
I you know what? I appreciate our emails, and I would just like to say this. We'll discuss that email, and it gave me a lot to think about. How you don't happen to know that email, the person who wrote the email by any chance, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, but you wouldn't have been affiliated with him at all, right?
No.
Like you wouldn't. Okay, because I read it and it sounded like a person who might have worked for you or something like that. I don't know. So.
I wouldn't know either.
Okay, I know for sure. Yeah,
I wouldn't know either. But so I guess
that email was a bit biased,
So I guess I haven't seen one the other way. So
yeah, no, it's good.
Okay. Matt Reeves wanted Mahershala Ali for the role of Jim Gordon before he turned it down to play Blade.
Are we tired of Mahershala yet? I'm just curious. I'm going to throw that out there. Are we tired of him yet?
What has he done for us to be tired of him? He has done absolutely nothing for us to be tired of except for the haters like you.
Yeah, you know what? And I try not to be a hater, but I damn sure am forever going to be an observer and a witness. So what I bear witness to is this. I feel like he's going to...
You think it's going to snow today?
Provide him with the biggest, hopefully greatest script ever, that he's going to be awesome on Blade. But I think the problem is this, Battle Angel was a bit too much from what a lot of folks have been saying to us. And then, then that whole Green Book thing, I'm just kind of what are you doing, man?
You mean the one he won an award for?
Right, but the one that was based off of inaccurate accounts of a black man who they didn't consult with his family, but yet used the driver's son's account of the movie, which was bad. It was bad. Didn't even ask the family to come onto the set, and he didn't talk to the family, but then he apologized for it. I'm just throwing it out there, dude. He's made his claims, whatever, but I'm just saying, I look forward to Blade. But yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching what this cat does lately and stuff. I'm just okay, cool. That's just me.
I'm still a fan.
Not a hater, always a fan. His talent is great, man. But I'm waiting. I'm watching.
Okay.
What you on Pinterest while we're on this, dude? you sneezing in on Pinterest? Obviously, you're sneezing in on Pinterest. Thank you. That's all I need to hear. Why are you sneezing? Why are you on Pinterest? Why are you vising, dude? Come on, man. Get it together. What's going on, man? Can you say excuse me 4 times?
Can you say bless you?
Okay. I mean,
you are so rude.
Again, this is how millennials work. They want to look at you. They're gonna sneeze. They're gonna sneeze all over the microphone, all up in your face. I got millennial snot on my face, but this cat is asking me to say, bless her. Can you say bless you as I sneeze on you?
Snap.
Well, you know, all I can say, hey.
All right. You've gotten a bit too comfortable with the controls and the sound effects. So you're done with the sound effects.
Cool. Can you say excuse me first? I mean, sorry. Bless you for sneezing on me.
Okay, thanks.
Can you go ahead and finish it out, round it all out? Go ahead.
Well, we got to take a break. We'll be right back.
You sound soft and sneezing.
No, really, we'll be right back. We got to take a quick break.
Hello and Hotep. This is Brother Kemet coming at you from the Defy Life Podcast Network. I am the host of Black Gumbo. You'll be able to catch our episodes on the 1st and the 15th of each month. We appreciate you guys for listening in. We're here to bring you great content. We're going to be discussing cryptocurrencies. We're going to be discussing financial literacy. And of course, we're going to be showcasing the great talents of our black heroes and sheroes all across the diaspora from the past and from the present. If you want to reach us, you can reach us at blaqe@gmail.com. That's blackgumbo@gmail.com. We appreciate you guys for listening, and we hope that we will serve you great into the future. Thank you.
And we're back. Make sure you are checking out Black Gumbo. Yosh, I do apologize. I might not have played the right commercial this week.
Again, Yosh. Again,
No,
I will be taking over all commercial responsibilities. JD, hold on, wait. From JD's out, and I'm just saying, yeah, man. I'm mad. I'm pissed. Trying to steal my co-host,
hey,
man.
So last time Uncle Oz did a commercial, we got this.
You know, what you doing on a Sunday?
Or, as I also like to call it, gold. Straight money. Shout out the money.
Buckets.
Straight up leprechaun.
So while we're on that, let's get to our basketball team.
Excitement abounds. I can't wait to hear this.
We'll go position by position. With you as the guest in my world of basketball.
Dude, this dude, he literally had to look at me for a hot second and go, with you as my guest for now. I mean, on this basketball journey. I know, man. I know what the conspiracy is, dude. I know what you're trying to do. Let me tell you, as Uncle Ozzy Killmonger, I will not go out with a fight. I owe it to all my our listeners, my fan base. I owe it to my 7 Twitter followers to not go out without a fight. Okay. As a guest on my show is what he's trying to say. But let me tell you something. This partnership that we have developed for the last 53 episodes is definitely a 50-50 thing, dude. Okay?
It's like 25-75.
75. Uncle Oz. Go.
All right, so we'll start with the point guard. We're going to now do our – last week, Uncle Oz gave his football team using Marvel characters. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver. We went Winter Soldier, Cyclops as his quarterback. And who was your running back?
Might have been on some Wolverine stuff. Someone could get down and dirty and get through.
Yeah, because you picked a pretty whack team.
Yeah, but obviously we got the most comments because they're like, yeah, man. Hey, you know what? Brother Scott may have a point that my team may have been quote unquote whack, but it certainly wasn't calling Tom Holland as a new Han Solo. Dude, talk about whack. That was ridiculous, dude.
All that and more on the last episode. So, Oz, who was your point guard?
No, I think you should start.
No. Please.
You should start with your point guard, sir, and go.
All right. So, my point guard is, like I said, I need my point guard to kind of be a leader on the floor, kind of a coach, general on the floor. Someone who can set other people up, who can also take the rock and run. If they need to go handle a mission, they can go do that. If they need to go delegate a mission, they know who to delegate it to. My point guard is going to be Wonder Woman.
It's good. Strong warrior at heart. Amazon trained. I like it.
A general. She's a natural leader, and she can go handle her own.
Yeah, absolutely, and easily prone to anger too. Not so much of a strategic person, as I'm trying to say, and also known to if you can get her bracelets bound up together, she's useless.
Not in 2019. That definitely does not. That weakness does not apply in 2019.
Good point on that one.
But I will say this: she is not my captain.
Absolutely.
So but she's my point guard, but she's not my captain.
Yeah, I was going to go with my point guard being, man.
Now here's a little. We can't pick the same person. So if I pick one of your people, you can't pick them, and vice versa.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Point guard, straight to the point. Superman.
Okay.
You want to know why?
No, not particularly.
Because he's everything Wonder Woman is in the point guard.
I mean, all we have to do is just kill Lois Lane.
So we're going to have a friendly game of basketball. And the first thing, this cheating, conniving, Suge Knight of the basketball team is going to go off and be like, hey, Superman, I hope you have a good game. By the way, we got your girl. Man, what kind of man? Dude.
Hey, so let me tell you how it's going to go. The game's about to start. They're going to have Superman out there getting ready to play. And Wonder Woman's going to be flying above the rafters, like holding Lois, like, Superman, if you play, she dies.
No.
If you play, she dies.
Nope, it's too obvious, dude. How it really is going to go is they're going to give him, there's going to be a call that only Superman can hear. And it's going to go, use your telescopic vision, look up in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Or it is your wife hanging off of this airplane here?
Or is she falling from the sky?
Or is she falling from the sky? So listen. You have, before she reaches terminal velocity, I know you're part of the team, you have 3 minutes to get her. Do you want to start the game or do you want to save your wife?
No. We're starting the game.
And by the way, if you tell anybody why you left, we'll just make it quicker for her. Right. This dude is gone. Man. I saw it, man. But this is the mind of regular Scott, dude, where Uncle Oz just wants to have a truly brilliant test of the gods, like using your true skills in the word of sportsmanship. This is why Uncle Oz doesn't follow sports, because y'all get too cutthroat with stuff, dude.
Y'all get too cutthroat.
I'm just trying to have a friendly game. This guy's like, but I'm gonna go ahead and kill Lois. I'm like, what, dude? I ain't even bring up Steve Trevor for Wonder Woman. I'm just like, hey, Steve Trevor's in the fan box rooting her on. I'm like, have a good game, Wonder Woman.
She killed him herself. She was like, I ain't even gonna have nobody messing me up.
Dude.
I ain't having nobody holding me back.
You know.
All right, my shooting guard. Excuse me. Like I said, my shooting guard needs to be somebody who can be a little flashy. That can, again, handle their own. But it's somebody who I can send to go finish that mission that's going to save the world, or the one that's going to capture or go retrieve something. He's kind of my go-to guy as far as he's always going to be there. My shooting guard is Jon Stewart.
Man, that is really good. Strong-willed. Hope we don't have any overtime, and hope he charges his ring, because he's pretty useless if his ring runs out of power. I like that. I was just going to keep it on a regular level and call it out the dead shot.
Right. So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
This guy has a problem with me picking Jon Stewart because his ring needs to be charged, even though Deadshot is just a man.
Bullseye quality.
Just a man.
And will research everything, making sure it's good. Jon Stewart. Let me get that. Where did I put that sonic bullet to disrupt his willpower?
So here's what we're going to do for Deadshot. We're going to go get his daughter. We're going to kidnap her, and she's going to be falling with Lois.
So
they're going to be tied together.
Regular Scott's whole coaching strategy.
It's all mental. It's all mental.
It's not mental. There's nothing mental. There is a mental aspect of this. As a psychotic, he wants to hurt family members for a friendly game.
No, I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just trying to get you out, trying to get your mind
and
off
this guy
the game.
still wonders why they don't call him to coach the Olympics. He's wondering why he hasn't had the call. Get it? Hey, I'd like to thank you for this honor. Let me coach the Junior Olympics. So my strategy in this was I kidnap all the family members of the other coaches. Is that cool? Come on, dude. Come on, man.
All right, so you can have that shot. I'm not concerned with
Is his daughter safe? Is that cool? Is that okay?
Well, he should be.
Can we leave family out of this?
I can't make that promise. My small forward is also going to be my captain. I mentioned this earlier that your small forward needs to be somebody who can play the point forward position. It means he could be a point guard. He could be a small forward. He could be a shooting guard. He can play power forward. He can be anything you need him to be. He is my leader on the floor, my real general, my floor general, Batman.
I like that. I like that answer a lot. I think what you need to have in that situation is a Batman-type character. Man, I'm really upset that he picked Batman. But I guess I'll have to go with someone that's probably not going to fit the bill. But Red Robin, please.
You picked Tim Drake?
Yeah, because
you don't know. Wait a minute. Your answer to Batman is Tim Drake?
Yeah, because you know what? As the on the floor dude, even Batman has said repeatedly, not once, not twice, not 3 times a lady. He has said repeatedly, man, that he marvels at the way that Tim Drake's brain works when it comes to just like plots and strategies,
detective work.
No, not even detective work. He said, quote unquote, that Tim will not even make a move until he has planned everything out to the finest detail, and that's why he's always successful. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted in my guy. With all the skill set of trained by Batman, but an even keener tactical mind, a more keener tactical mind than Batman.
He is probably the least skilled hand-to-hand fighter of the Robins.
We're not, but guess what? Once again, kidnap the families. It's basketball. We're not fighting. We're talking about throwing the shoes,
we done got
game.
Stephanie Brown. We done kidnapped Stephanie Brown.
I know, dude, this guy again talking about some. Unfortunately, it's on the same plane as Lois Lane.
Batman done kidnapped Stephanie Brown.
This dude has this dude has Lois Lane, Deadshot's daughter, Stephanie Brown, and Tim Drake's only surviving mother, all on the same plane with C4, and I'm just trying to have a good game.
So let me get this straight. You picked Tim Drake, the guy that's now called Drake and wears a brown costume.
Much better than Agent 19 or 44 that no one's like, you meant Robin? Oh, yeah, Dick, right? Oh, yeah, that dude.
Yo, we're talking about Drake who wears the doo-doo brown suit now, and his name is Drake. Come on, dude. Are we serious? His name is Drake, and he wears a doo-doo brown suit, and that's who you're going up against
with
Batman.
Drake, please. The grassy high.
Because you know that's who's guarding Batman.
But guess what? I got Superman on the court, too.
Yeah, he has to guard Wonder Woman.
He's fine with that.
And what is Deadshot going to do against Jon Stewart?
Dude, you're missing look, man. All right, keep going.
Okay. Power forward.
Power forward. Let's power forward through all this stuff.
Deathstroke.
Whoa. So what's the power forward do? Why you pick that guy?
So the power forward is kind of your especially nowadays, is more so your athlete. He's your scorer. He's able to kind of take a hit, keep going.
Oh.
He's the one who you want to kind of throw the lob to, Lob City. He goes and gets it. He can stretch the floor as well.
Oh, yeah. Like literally can be everywhere he needs to be.
Yeah.
Oh, so you said Deathstroke?
I said Deathstroke.
Man, that's really good. That's a good counter for all those guys. The Flash.
Flash is good.
So yeah, Batman is having a hard time with Batman is taken out by the Flash, who's supersonic. Oh wait, Jon Stewart's having a hard time with Deadshot. So look, all my people have basically just like they're running game.
Okay, so
y'all think you think I got no one, but I'm Spud webbing it the whole time, dude.
So my center is going to be Darkseid.
My center's going to be the anti-life equation.
My center is the anti-monitor.
Yeah, right. My center, dude, man, come on, man.
So I can't pick that. I can't pick Dark Side.
Come on, man, dude.
All right. Well, then I'll take Wally West, the fastest Flash.
Wally West isn't. Barry Allen is the Flash.
Barry Allen is not the fastest Flash. Barry Allen is not the fastest man in the world. That is canon.
Oh, when did Wally West become that?
He has been that in the comics for a while.
Dude, that is
canon.
That is straight up to reset everything.
That is canon. Nah. So you can have Barry Allen. I'll take Wally West then if I can't have Dark Side.
I will take the Reverse Flash. So that
I'm still faster.
But I still have two. Dude. Oh, but see, here it is.
Okay.
What is that in compared to Superman too? Oh, you know what? I take back the Reverse Flash. I just said at a spur. Here. To counter all that nonsensical stuff. Oh, dude.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. I'm putting Supergirl in there. Stronger than Superman.
That's good.
And then, okay, do all your nonsense, dude. Do all your nonsense, dude. Hey, what Regular Scott has just told me in my ear that he's kidnapped the whole Bottle City. Oh, he's kidnapped all of Kandor to make Supergirl. This guy is ridiculous, dude. What is wrong with him, man? So,
for my 6-man.
Talk about some Iris West is like kidnapped somewhere in an underground water's filling up around her. This guy is satanic.
Wait till you hear my 6-man.
He's sadistic, dude. All right.
My 6-man, I kind of need him to be somebody who I can put anywhere. He can do anything.
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan.
He recently became over into the DC universe.
He is now a free agent in the DC world, and I just signed him.
Oh, that's so
what was
terrible.
that about all this? What was that about Supergirl?
True.
Okay,
good. You know, whoa, man. Regular Scott has an amazing
what was that about
super team. He's got an amazing super team, but just to counter his amazing super team, I guess I'm going to have to go with Superman 1 million BC or AD.
How many Kryptonians are you going to have on the team?
Dude, hey.
You can't have Superman and Superman 1 million on the same team.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't. Okay. You can have one or the other.
What? But the Superman. Hold on. I have Superman 1 million as my 6th dude, and I got Superman.
But isn't Superman 1 million Superman?
No,
in the
because
future?
my Superman, my normal, not Superman 1 million. My other Superman is actually Black Superman.
No, you didn't say that.
Dude, or player. Or Superman from Kingdom Come, the most powerful version of Superman besides Superman 1.
Come on, man.
Hey, I'm in it. I'm in it.
One Superman. Only one Clark Kent can be on your.
Okay, well then
Superman.
Only one speedster can be on any of this. So
okay, only one speedster. That's fine with me. That doesn't hurt me. That hurts you.
Okay, cool. I have Black Superman. I have Supergirl, and I have Superman 1 million. Boom. One Clark Kent, you got
They all have to be for the same Earth.
No, that's garbage, dude.
How about that? They all got to be for the same
They're
Earth.
all from the same Earth. Just different versions of the same Earth.
Superman
They're all, I will promise you, every multiverse is called Earth. Okay?
The Black Superman is not from Earth 2.
He's from Earth.
I mean, from Earth 3. No, he is. From Earth 616.
Okay. I was getting straight. This guy is sounding drunk.
He's not from Earth 616.
Nah, man, get out of here, dude.
He's not Earth Prime. And either way, I'll just evaporate him with Dr. Manhattan.
But he got Dr. Manhattan, who is from no of the Earth, who just came as...
He is the reason these Earths are... It is coming to... Have you read the Doomsday Clock?
I'm reading. He's the reason why all those Earths were created. Because none of them existed until he came around... After the fact that they all existed,
but I can talk you all out of existence.
Right,
Pretty
cool.
much, I'm Scarlet Witch.
Cool. So while you all listen to this, you understand why Alan Moore says, "Please do not attach my name to any of this garbage you guys are doing." That's why.
You're right.
And little do you know that the Silk Spectrum, she's really the Spectrum, and Owlman is really Blue Beetle. Anyway, get out of here. My team wins.
No. Random quiz time. Who is the youngest son of Cersei Lannister?
Who the hell is Cersei? Oh my God, man! I want to try and remember Game of Thrones in a positive way, but that's 8th season.
So, who is the youngest son of Cersei Lannister?
I believe, to answer your question, his name is Starbucks. Wait, is that not right?
It's Tommen.
Oh, I was close.
Who was Robert Baratheon's hand of the king?
Why are you asking these Game of Thrones questions right now?
I'm prepping you for the battleground.
Oh,
this is battleground
All
prep.
right, okay, let's go. Who? Say it again.
Who was Robert Baratheon's hand of the king?
I don't know. Oh,
John,
that dude.
John Aaron.
Yeah.
So from here on out until the next battleground, we will be doing battleground prep. I will be asking 5 to 10 random questions, and Oz will have to answer them.
Yeah, like what is Batwing's favorite food to eat on Fridays?
Who has scored the most points in an NBA game with 100?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Who?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
In your face.
Youngest player to score 30,000 points.
In basketball?
Yes.
Youngest player to, that would be Michael B. Jordan.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Oh, sorry. Close enough.
LeBron James.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Lethal, dude.
Who are Jon Snow's real parents?
Oh. What's the thing? R plus L equals J?
Who is it then?
Rhaegan, or I can't say Rhaegan or whatever his name is.
Rhaegar what?
Who cares?
It matters.
Sorry.
It matters
Rhaegar
a lot.
Targaryen.
It matters a lot.
Rhaegar Targaryen.
But that's a big deal, though. Like
Rhaegar Targaryen, freaking
like it 100%.
Stark.
What's her name?
Lena or
Lyanna. You gotta get names. You know I'm a name guy.
Yeah.
Eddard Stark killed Arthur Dane after who stabbed him in the back? Spoiler alert, I guess.
Wait, say it again.
Eddard Stark killed Arthur Dane after who stabbed him in the back?
I am not going to watch all the seasons of Game of Thrones again for this. Who is it?
Howland Reed.
Who cares? All right, go ahead. Is Game of Thrones really going to be on this one, too?
If somebody picks it.
Man, I'm going to be bummed out, dude.
If somebody
do
picks
Westworld, dude.
If somebody picks it, it's going.
Yo, but that Titans was really good, wasn't it?
What?
That Titans episode was good, right?
The Steve Harvey show ended in what year?
2002.
Wow. In the pilot of My Wife and Kids, Jay got a job where?
UPS.
Stockbroker firm. That's a 1.
Same thing.
That's a 1.
That's not a 1.
That's a 1.
What show is that?
My Wife and Kids.
What was it on UPS or UPN?
That's
it was on the WB.
It's one of the Waynes. It's one of the Waynes.
I just said it. It was on the WB. I'm so sorry.
What show has the most episodes by a predominantly black cast?
$227?
Tyler Perry show. I'll give you that hint.
Oh, The Rock. No, that other crazy show. No,
you don't know what it is.
Yeah,
don't go make that face like you know what it is.
Yes, I do. What's his face? Alan.
House of Pain.
Alan Payne.
House of Pain.
House of Pain. Alan Payne.
You ain't know what it was.
Did I just say Alan Payne? Thank you. Dude, this guy, I just got on the internet.
Who is in love with Urkel in Family Matters?
Who's in love with Urkel?
Yeah.
Himself.
No. What girl is in love with Urkel?
I don't know. Who?
Really?
Who?
Myra.
Don't care.
All right. That's your quiz for today. Ozzy failed.
You are not the Flash, Barry. We are.
Oh, she's dead. Barry done went back in time and tried to change something. He's not at the game. He's back in time.
Yeah, man. God, dude. This dude.
She's dead.
I want you all to take just a second to reflect on a friendly game to possibly broker some treaties. You know what? It's a charity event, dude. It is a charity event to kind of raise some money for some every sort of ailment that no one has ever heard of that just needs money raised. And this dude's like, hey, it's a good game. I'm killing all your family. I'm like, so how am I supposed to deal with that? Like, hey, you guys want to finish playing this game? And Superman's like, well, we still have to power through for the help of the charity. And then people are like, yo, man, this is what's killing family, man. You know, Deadshot's like, what? Wait, what? What am I doing?
Hey, look, Dr. Manhattan's like, I'm just going to destroy everything.
No, Dr. Manhattan is like, I don't understand why basketball is important. I was on Mars chilling. Yeah, I was like, yes, you were, dude, but you're the one about the plane. You manifested the plane that had everybody on here.
Dr. Manhattan going to freeze everyone and just dribble around everybody and lay the ball up.
Dude, why is Wonder Woman looking at me so weird? Because you're blue.
No, because you ain't got no pants on.
You ain't got no pants on. You're blue,
you
dude.
Ain't got no pants
you
on,
got a
bro.
dot on your forehead and you're blue and you're looking around like, hey, why are you looking at me? Why is everybody else? Well, you're the one asking.
You got the nerve to have an erection on the middle of the basketball court.
You got the nerve to be like, why is everybody wearing clothes? No, dude, why are you naked? Again, millennials.
He's not a millennial.
He will be 1,000 years old. He's definitely going to be a millennial at some point.
I guess he'd be a legit.
He will be a legit millennial. Okay, he does not age.
So my cheerleader, by the way, is I have a male cheerleader.
It's Iris West. It's Iris West, dude. We got it.
It's Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson. There is no one more appropriate to be a flag squad person, color guard.
But seriously though, like that would be right. Like that would legit be right up.
You would have the most epic halftime show game, backflipping.
Yeah, like that would legit be right up his alley.
Dude, Starfire is like throwing out things looking like 4th of July.
They done threw out panties on the floor. He done
and they're all Dick Grayson's panties.
Look, Simone Biles is like, yo, can I learn something?
Bella Thorne is all up in this piece. It's crazy, dude. I don't have a cheerleader. Because we're watching Dick Grayson make a spectacle of himself. Don't you have fine Crichton to do in Bloodhaven, sir? Why are you...
The same reason everybody else is at the game. Everybody else got a city to watch.
Hey, Dick, they're not called bat pom-poms. They're just pom-poms, dude. That's all they're called. They're just pom-poms.
Well, he's with the Court of Owls now, so they're watching Bloodhaven.
The Court of Owls is the only way, front row seat and like killing people if they don't cheer for him.
That's who's going to kidnap everybody.
This is not a good game.
The Court of Owls are the ones that done kidnapped everybody.
You don't need to bully me into buying stuff at the concession stand. That's not cool, okay?
Dick Grayson's like, listen, everybody who does not buy something today at the concessions.
Got Jim Gordon frisking people out there and frisking me. No. This, once again, not with this. This game doesn't feel good.
We got. The worst part is they got Mr. Terrific in the bag waiting to sweep up everything.
Hey, try some of our kryptonite popcorn. You'll love it. What? Wait.
We've been selling kryptonite popcorn the whole day, so everywhere around the gym is kryptonite.
Let me get this straight. You got Captain Boomerang and Reverse Flash trying to say, giving us water for our team. We don't want it, dude. We know where it comes from, dude. You're a killer, Captain Boomerang.
Batman done filled the bottles of water with minerals of kryptonite, so all three of your Kryptonians just can't even do nothing.
Dude, Batman talking about hey, y'all throw this game, I can get you to the Lazarus pit. We don't want to go, Batman. It's a charity event, Batman.
No, that's how it started. Then he was like, okay.
Dude,
okay.
Hey, Alfred. What? Dude, come on, man.
No, hey, Damien, I need you to ask your mother for a favor.
Oh, dude, Talia.
I need you to ask your mother for a favor.
Hey, yo, Talia, remember, Lois ain't done nothing to you. Bruce has hurt you more ways than bad, but you still doing stuff for Bruce, though. Look at you. And it's a basketball game, Talia.
She said, but my son.
Dude.
Shout out to Talia.
No, shout out to nobody, dude. This cat up here with the whole Green Lantern Corps talking about, and with Mongo the Planet too, talking about, hey, we're just watching the game, no problem, dude. That's a lot of intimidation, son.
Darkseid and Vandal Savage in the skybox.
Oh my god, dude.
And Joker.
Hey, I thought when we said the contract that the skybox is not the war world, but I'm sorry, my fault.
No, actually, the Joker is doing the announcements. He's doing all the talking on the mic.
Dude, man, this guy, man, this is the worst charity event that's ever been thought of.
And then we got, and look,
this is worse than Fire Island. Dude.
You know how I got Jon Stewart as my shooting guard? The whole Green Lantern Corps is the referees.
Oh no. He got Parallax as a referee and stuff. Dude, this is crazy, dude. Like, nah, I don't want to. You know what? We forfeit.
We ain't go.
We forfeit. We'll just give you money. We'll forfeit.
Because the 3 Kryptonians can't do nothing, so they're out.
Dude.
Deadshot's like, look, I just getting paid.
But
I just want my money.
But as Superman says, hey, don't worry about it, dude. Hey, Superman, what's that you got in there? Oh, nothing. Phantom Zone gun.
Right, but
I just zapped everybody.
Dr. Manhattan would have known that before you even got in there.
Dr. Manhattan is like,
Manhattan's like,
I will create life in the Phantom Zone. Just stay there. Good. Yeah, all you go. Take it.
Wonder Woman's too fast for that.
Please, man.
So, let's talk a little bit about Disney Plus before we wrap up.
Yeah, man.
So let's kind of get back into it. Where do you think this show has gone off the rails? By the way,
but I'm professional. Beer number 3.
Disney Plus again. Where do you? How far do you think this is going to go? Do you think this is going to be something that's going to have legs like a Netflix, or is this going to just kind of be a niche product?
No, man, you're brilliant as usual. Seriously, all jokes aside. Look, dude. Once you get over it, it's a lot of nostalgia because I keep saying it and maybe I don't articulate it properly, but they have a stranglehold on people's childhood. You're a comic nerd. We got Marvel for you. You love I just love unicorns. I got you covered, bro. I mean, I really love some sci-fi on some crazy sword fighting. Got you covered too. So once people get exhausted by seeing the things that they have access to. Where's the new stuff? Now, the Mandalorian, I got to tell you, man, no spoiler alerts, but I've been enjoying that show a lot. I look forward to getting your opinion on it because it's got a cool little twist. And one of the twists, a little bit of a spoiler as I shoot fires.
Yo, this is why you are not in charge of the sound effects.
Oh, a little bit of a spoiler. A little bit of a spoiler alert is that I love the fact that we have not seen this dude's face yet. He keeps his mask on the whole time.
Are you really gonna talk about the show?
I am.
Okay.
So it's worth it. It's the people have said it's like Star Wars meets the Western, and it's totally like that. It's really good premises, and the only reason I brought up the fact that he carries it without a mask is just because the old Dune of '84 of the '80s, people were like, "Well, we have to have the suits without the mask because the original Dune suit had a full body mask on it too. Because of course you're in the desert, you'd have a full body suit, but they're like they wouldn't know who the actors are, and it'd be too weird." But the Mandalorian just proved to me that if you have a good actor and kind of cool content, you can have a full covered face just like V for Vendetta.
Do you know who the actor is?
I don't care. Who is it?
It is Pedro Pascal. Do you know who that is?
No. What's he been in?
He's been in Game of Thrones. He's been in Triple Frontier.
Well, Pedro as in who? Is he my dude who kills the mountain? Or
the mountain kills him.
But eventually he kills the mountain.
No, the mountain kills him.
But eventually does he not kill the mountain? With the poison. He poisoned the tip of his spears and he got him twice. That's why he died. That's why he died a slow death. And the book has said that once he did it, that the mountain was heard screaming horribly for days before he passed away.
Technically in the show, the mountain never officially died.
I know, but we get the premise. So that's my cat though, right?
That is him, yes.
Almost mountain killer lover. Lover of women.
Oberyn. His name is Oberyn. I don't remember.
Oberyn. Hey, he's great, dude. He's awesome in it.
He's also in Triple Frontier, which is a very underrated movie on Netflix. Charlie Hunnam, Ben Affleck. Charlie Hunnam should be the live-action Green Arrow.
He played King Arthur, right? In that really terrible movie, right?
Yeah.
And he's played
He's Jax in Sons of Anarchy, which is a really good show.
So the only thing he's ever done that's kind of okay movie-wise was Pacific Rim.
No, there was Paradise Z, I think.
What?
Or some movie about a long-lost island that he goes and finds it. That movie's pretty good. There's a movie with Tom Hiddleston that's a horror movie about a hotel that's haunted. That's pretty good.
No.
Yeah, so he's done all that. That's all pretty good.
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy is solid. I mean, when it's that good, it's hard to top it.
No. Yeah. So like this, and the premise behind the Mandalorian is cool. A lot of the Star Trek nerds would really love that. It's good.
Well, then it's not for me.
Because you love Star Trek. I'm sorry, a lot of the Star Wars nerds will really love that. My fault.
Oh, because I'm not a Trekkie.
Yeah. You have no taste.
No, I'm just not a Trekkie.
What, are you a Warry? Are you a Star Warry? Are you? Or what do you guys call yourself? A Chewie?
I didn't know there was names until I heard you call yourself a Trekkie, and I didn't know if you were.
I ain't a Trekkie, man. I'm a Blackie, man. Hardcore.
Is that a black Star Trek?
Hey, and by the way, the truth of the matter is, if you're a Trekkie or a
you called it a warrior,
or you're a warrior, a Star Warrior, it's all the same stuff because it is because George Lucas was influenced by Gene Roddenberry, and the success of the Star Wars movies also made people feel like they could actually have an animated series from the next generation stuff. So, as usual, while we're fighting each other, we have more in common than we have.
They're absolutely nothing alike.
Yeah. Okay.
How many lightsabers does Star Trek have?
Is it about lightsabers, or is it the speed of light travel? Is it also about futuristic stuff? Is it also about good versus evil? Is it also about hope?
You can say that about every show.
Okay.
Good versus evil, hope.
I mean,
like, what do you mean?
I mean, look, dude. People have figured out that your natural go-to is like, hey, I'm gonna kidnap your family, dude. So I get where you come from, dude. I get what motivates you and what drives you at your heart. But hey, I'm on a different tip, dude.
Hey, listen, as a father, I know what would motivate. I know what would motivate me the most, and that was somebody.
As a new father, I'm going to kidnap your family because I don't understand the pain.
No, because I do understand the pain now, so
Right.
I know what would get you.
Every other new father is like, man, I'd like to have a really cool game so that we can teach the generations to get along. But this guy's like, I'd like to have a really cool game so I can win. I'm going to kidnap your family.
Well, listen, as the legendary Ricky Bobby said, if you're not first, you're last.
Hey, second place. First place loser.
Do you know who Ricky Bobby is?
Yeah, so Ricky Bobby. Oh, got me juiced up like a spider monkey chip. Yeah, come on, man. Yes, I got it.
Juiced up?
I'm juiced up on Mountain Dew.
No, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Oh, Ricky Bobby. I like that thing, little baby Jesus.
I wake up in the morning, I'll piss excellence.
I piss excellence. I like that little baby Jesus for this fine spray.
I like to think of my baby Jesus having like a tuxedo shirt on, because then he's, not only is he formal, but then he's ready to party.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Ricky Bobby. All right, come on, man. Move on.
Right.
I'm excited about Disney Plus. Let's see what they do with this Marvel thing.
You already have it. So what are you excited about?
I'm excited about the rest of the stuff. Let the what if happen. Let it rain down what if on us.
Can you make it rain on them hoes?
Like garden tools? What are you talking about? Who in the 21st century, 2019, actually says the word hoe, even to refer derogatory or as a garden tool? Who says that? I tell you who says that. Person that immediately during a friendly basketball game wants to kidnap your family to win. That's who says that. Keep it real. I
was thinking of that song, Make It Rain. I make it rain on them.
I get it. So when you send your email out about being professional, you remember this dude wants to take family members and make it rain on hoes. Can you imagine a whole bunch of garden tools just falling from the sky, killing people randomly? This dude, man, what is wrong with you?
I could actually picture a whole bunch of like garden hose just literally falling.
Don't go outside. Why, Daddy? It's raining hoes.
Think like Bird Box.
Excuse me, everybody. The forecast calls for a lot of hose raining.
Yo, people probably listen to this show like, yo, what are they talking about?
Dude, I have kept on track the whole time trying to remain professional.
That really got to you, huh?
No, man, I would tell you this. I know, I can tell you, as a superhero fanatic, and hey, before we speak, we got to touch on one more thing, too, before we go. But let me tell you, as a superhero, if I were a real-life superhero, I know what my trigger would be. I am easily triggered, dude. Someone could be like, hey, Uncle Oz, have a nice day. And by the way, your shoelace is untied. What do you mean my shoelace is untied? What? Why are you judging me, dude? Do you know maybe I did that on purpose? Well, I was just kind of telling you that in case you tripped. Well, you want me to trip? No, I didn't mean that. I want you to fall. I mean, I know what you mean.
So pretty much what you're saying is that if the killing joke happened to you,
it
would be over.
Let me tell you something. If I were Barbara Gordon, man, the Joker would come to my door. I'd be like, I know what you're here for. Let's just go. Take the pictures now. Man,
what?
I know because I can tell you if I were Jim, dude, I would not be the person who's like, we're gonna bring him in by the book.
What if you were Bruce?
Oh my God, dude, Bruce already had sex with Barbara, so he's already pissed off, dude. But if I were Jim, I'd be like, remember how Jim capped him in the knees? I'd be like, I need you to feel the pain of what you did to my daughter. And Joke's like, you're gonna shoot me in the knees? I'm like, no, I'm gonna shoot you in your head. You may be dead, but you'll feel the pain, though. Dude, I'm easily triggered, man.
He wouldn't feel the pain, though.
Oh, but I would be laughing because I'd be like, Harley Quinn, look at this. And keep unloading.
And then Bruce would probably take him to the Lazarus pit.
I know, dude. Yeah, Bruce, like, I had to save him because you had to save him because you're scared you wouldn't have any really good bad guys to fight in Gotham if the Joker was gone.
All right, you said you had one more thing you wanted to touch on.
You sent me this little article, man, that was kind of fascinating about real life superheroes, and it just, honestly, I skimmed through the article, but it really sparked my brain.
And shout out to Kingpin Jay for the article as well.
Yeah, because it's really cool. Because like the whole thing about when you sent it, Jay, it reminded me of like the early 2000s, literally 2000.
Before you do that, tell them a little bit about the article and where the inspiration for where you're about to go with
that. Is very true. Actually, sorry about that. Yeah, as usual, regular Scott keeps us on point.
Professional.
Well, I hate to admit it, but you're good at that.
Professional.
But he's still a jerk. So
I'm not a jerk. I'm just willing to kidnap your family.
He's still a jerk. He'll take your family to win a basketball game. So
we did go 16-0 last year.
the Kingpin Jay, he sent over this article about real life superheroes. If you guys aren't familiar with it, in various parts of the city, you got to understand this, and you might be like, oh, whatever, but you have to really understand the premise of what it means to be the urban superhero. In various really big superhero areas, really big urban areas like Chicago, Detroit, parts of California, like your San Diego, that kind of stuff. People have been inspired to fight crime or to do good work, but in a costume. So they'll have a day job, like our old school guys used to have a day job, but then at nighttime they're prowling the city, fighting crime or just doing good works and stuff for people. And they're in costume too. And sometimes the police are like laughing at them, saying you're cool. And sometimes the police are like, you are a public nuisance and are a problem. Now, Jason, this current article, but I was familiar with those cats from 2000. There was even a little website for a while that had a listing of these superheroes in various cities. Chicago had a bunch. And these guys were either going, and this is no joke, either I bake cookies for people around the neighborhood, or they're like, no, I look for crime and I try and stop it. And it's fascinating. A point of that is that it's just what the future holds. I kind of love it on some aspect of it, just the renegade vigilante thing, but not hurting people, but just doing good works and doing it by yourself, because it reminds me of the 80s when the guardian angels in New York were really prevalent. And there's this people aren't doing anything for the city. The cops aren't helping us. Citizens need to do stuff. So the guardian angels had their red berets, T-shirts, and they weren't allowed to have weapons, but they all knew basic martial arts, like karate, kind of basic karate and stuff, Enough to kind of get a sailing down. Sometimes it was awesome. Sometimes there were people that would stick them with knives. But it was for a good chunk of 80s, they were there patrolling. Now, the leader who started the Guardian Angels turned into this right-wing, crazy nutcase. Pardon me, I hate to say that bad about this person, but you turned into some kind of nutcase. But still, the superhero thing just reminds me of that, and it's really cool. Citizens taking action and doing things. I don't promote any sort of thing that's going to get anybody hurt, but I really just I like the aspect of it. It just seems like it's like the future for some reason.
Well, it's more so just super come to life.
You know what, dude? It is. literally super come to life.
It's literally,
you know,
literally super come to life.
Yeah, and with all the bad ramifications, because you're going to have some Rorschach-ass crazy people too, but you're also going to have some Alman crazy people too, which is my little plug for please keep watching Watchmen. It's great. Regina King kicks ass.
Damien Sandow is in the new Charlie's Angels movie.
I'm sorry, there's a new Charlie's Angels movie. Like the Elizabeth Shue one or a new one?
Like a new one. With
you are kidding. You stop it. Regular Scott, you've been playing with me the whole time, making me the butt of your jokes, and I know, the joke's on me. You're making me fun. Yeah, another Charlie's Angels movie. I know it's not happening, so go ahead.
No, it is. And Kristen Stewart's like the lead. And apparently...
Wait. You're serious?
Yeah, and I'll get into it in my final blow, but I'll go into it more. But Damien Sandow's a wrestler who used to wrestle for the WWE, and now he wrestles for NWA. And
G1.
And I say all that just to do a cheap plug for Pro Wrestling Showdown. Make sure you check us out, me and JD.
G1.
Pro Wrestling Showdown. Follow us at Showdown Pro.
On Black Mass.
I guess shout out to Black Mass, too.
Shout out to Black Mass. Yeah, you go shout out your own little show with JD, who is a prolific and amazing writer. And
but you don't have another show.
This dude, like, JD just does so much stuff, man. But, hey, I'm about to have another show, Black Mass. Hit me up. I'm ready, dude.
JD also did release his some more of the books from the Books of Jericho, so definitely check those out as well.
Please check them out. There's such a great premise. It's awesome.
All right, final blow time.
As he steals my co-host, but still.
This will be our last show. Final blow time.
He's just kidding, but I'm not. This is our last show, okay?
Well, let me rephrase that. This will be my last show.
Because hey, if you want to know where I am, I'm trying to save my family. Because I said, hey, Scott, regular Scott, let's play a friendly game of 21 or or horse. This dude kidnapped my family for a game of horse.
I don't have to kidnap out this family, beat him in horse. Or 21.
Dude.
I can tie my right hand behind my back and play him blindfolded and beat him.
Is that a challenge?
We can record that.
A game of horse. Me and you.
Yeah.
With your right hand tied behind your back, though.
Yes. I would beat you.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. Folks.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Are you serious? Folks. You think you could beat me in horse with my and I'm shooting with my left hand?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Really? You can't do a left-handed layup.
Okay, here we go.
I would just do left-handed layups.
Okay. But you can only do it one time. It's horse.
Is that the rule?
Why would you do horse?
So can I do a regular left-hand layup?
So the way we in the skate community do skate, which is part of horses, you can only do one. You can't do the same trick over and over.
You can only do a trick once.
It's one trick once.
So
HORSE.
Let me ask you this. Can I do like a variation of it? Like, can I do a regular layup, then do like a reverse layup, then do a layup with
here we
no
go. Using your left hand.
Left hand only.
You can only do a layup. You can't do. It's for me going. Hey man, am I allowed to do an ollie? But then also I want to do an ollie where I land on my back wheels.
Yeah, like that's.
Oh wait, actually, let me rephrase that. Because you know
that's
what?
Exactly what I'm talking
Truthfully. If we were doing it, we'd be like, you can do a kickflip, you can do a backside 180 kickflip, you can do a kickflip varial, you can do laser flip. So yes, you can.
Okay,
yes.
Then I will crush you. I won't get one letter.
Okay.
I won't get one letter.
One hand tied behind your back.
My right hand tied behind my back. I'm only shooting with my left hand.
So you heard this, and this is for just for fun.
You're serious? You really want to do this with me?
Yeah, I do. 3-pointers are also involved too, right?
We can shoot half-court shots.
Okay, great. All right, good. As long as 3-pointers and half-court shots are available, and I can do...
you have to make these shots for me to make them. You know that, right?
I understand how a horse works.
Okay.
And I understand the 5 letters are involved in the horse.
Did you just challenge me to a game of horse?
Uncle Oz may not know all of the current football, basketball, American football, and sports like that. But I do not know how to play sports.
I know you don't, so that's why I'm wondering. Like, did you really just challenge me?
No, I said I do.
Oh, you
know
do.
how to play sports.
No,
I know what your power forward is, but I know how to power forward.
But
I know what your tight end is. I've been in some tight situations before.
I've beaten you in basketball before.
I may have not.
This isn't going to
I know what a wide receiver is, but I know what a wide receiver
You
actually
can't beat
is.
your 70-year-old father.
Results will be in where, when. Challenge accepted.
Hey, listen, I 100% promise
Challenge accepted.
We will record this and splice it together.
Challenge accepted.
Because I think Oz playing sports is something the world needs to see.
I think Regular Scott seeing Oz playing sports is something that he needs to see.
Did you really just challenge me to a game of horse? That's not a shot fired at me.
I shot fired at you.
Do you want me to do it blindfolded too?
Let me tell you this. This game of horse, not a game of basketball, but just a game of horse.
Game of horse. Oh, if we played basketball, it wouldn't be close.
I'm going to crush you.
You're not going to get one letter.
If I get,
why do you keep? Why
you pushing me? You keep pushing me. Let's challenge to a game of fight and see what happens. Oh, because and I can have one hand tied behind my back, and I promise you, we will win in a game of fight.
No, you won't, because I'm going to grab something and just take your knee out.
Okay, good. I promise you.
If your hand is tied behind your back,
if we're fighting.
And your hands tied behind my back.
If we are really, all sports aside, I know you got all the wrestling JDs, all your Grandmaster J's of the world, sports loving, money, everybody. Let me tell you something. If we did some real fighting, it will be take a knee for Regular Scott because he will be on the ground. Okay.
Hey, listen, Oz fights as well as he does commercials.
Yeah.
So if you heard the commercial, you know what that means.
Yeah. What you doing on a Sunday? Going to the emergency room, seeing Regular Scott. Why? Because his uncle went crazy on him.
This dude, hey look, this guy, the last time he fought somebody was him trying to get out the bathtub because he was drowning in it.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. Stick your head in the toilet, fight for air. I will act like my name is Sergeant Slaughter, dude. I will tell you right now.
Man, this dude ain't nothing but major pain.
I will put a Ricky
I will
put a Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on you, dude, and I will put, you will see Bret the Hitman Hart hitting some hearts. Okay?
That's fine. I'll just Stan Hansen you to death.
That's cool. G1.
Do you know who Stan Hansen is?
You can go G7, A1 steak sauce,
this
G1.
This isn't battleship.
Okay.
You're talking about A7.
You sank my battleship. Oh my God. Which is code word for you beat the hell out of me.
Little does Oz know, if we were to fight, I would make sure I hit him with his back turned in the back of his knee and shattered his kneecap.
And I'm gonna have his wife and his son watching, so I can look at little Grayson and be like, yeah.
His family won't be able to do that because they've already been kidnapped.
I'm gonna tell his son I do next generation beatdowns too.
Hey, look, his family will be kidnapped, so he won't be able to tell them that.
Uncle Oz here for all generation beatdowns.
Uncle Oz got punked by his little nephew at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, I almost got beat up by my nephew.
That was a scary moment.
That's when I decided to go vegan. I was like, all this meat is making us angry. We need a plant-based diet because Uncle Oz ain't gonna get beat up on Thanksgiving, son. No, sir. I worked too hard for this game.
This show has been an absolute mess.
No, it's true. Why I got to bring mace to the Thanksgiving table, dude? Why me? Okay.
Why I gotta do it? Why I gotta look over my shoulder?
Why I gotta come with Secret Service for Thanksgiving? That ain't right, dude. I gotta pay these guys out. They want to have a Thanksgiving too with their family too, but they're working for me, dude.
Why I gotta have people standing beside me while I eat?
Dude, I mean, why I gotta have people testing my food and standing beside me while I eat, dude? Don't they deserve to be with their family for Thanksgiving? Don't you think so? I mean, and I have them for the whole 8 hours because I don't know what's going to go on. But I'm saying they I don't have to feed them if I hire them.
Shout out A-Train.
G1.
Final blow time. What you got? Awesome. So for my
I've been. Just, why you gotta disrespect me, dude? We're gonna have this basketball thing.
No, seriously. But for my final blow, I think.
Man, I'm telling you like this, dude. I'll make this quick, real quick. Watch The Watchmen. It's been a pleasure and a great ride, and it's been insane, man. Every time I think that I know what's going on, I get turned around and tweaked out over and over again. It's been a good ride, and we'll have a full-time discussion, hopefully in the next episode or two about it. Regular Scott just has to get on the train and actually make some time to watch the show.
This has been an absolutely ridiculous show.
Can you give your final blow and stop texting?
Sorry.
Or do you want some Oreo cookies and some ice cream, sir?
Well, I've been working out the whole time, so.
Yeah, dude, trust me. You should take a look at Regular Scott. You should be like, yeah, you should probably work out some more, dude.
Nah, I'm still bigger than. Hey, look, when Uncle Oz turned around today and looked at me, and when he looked, he was looking at my neck, and he had to look up at me. I got to look down at this dude to talk to him.
I've never ever been pro steroids, but I'm like, dude, you probably might need some creatine, dude. You need something. Dude.
He was saying that to my chest as he was trying.
Right,
So that's where his eye level.
No, I was really saying it to his neck because I was like, that's the first thing I'm going to punch. When this dude gets a little too birthday green salsa in him and wants to get all spicy on me, I'm gonna go straight for that. He didn't realize, he's like, oh, what you doing now? I was like, that's not where I'm gonna punch you. I'm looking at where I'm going to take you down at, dude.
Hey, why are you not looking at me now? Because I'm trying to get my target right.
Dude, yeah. Wait. Eye contact. No. I'm looking at where I'm putting my sights on my target, dude.
Oh God. All right, my final blow is Titans has been great. We'll definitely about 2 more weeks we'll discuss that because the finale will be then. So we either discuss it next week or the week after.
Yeah,
we're gonna figure out whether we're gonna discuss it before the finale or after finale.
Before Regular Scott leaves the show, dude.
Well, I'm leaving. I'm leaving at the end. There will be no show in 2020. So
hey, you guys get it all in because we have about 4 more episodes before we turn.
That's what the show will be like when I'm not here.
The angriest black man. And it will not be Regular Scott who's hosting or how to trigger Uncle Oz.
What you doing on a Sunday?
That's what you had to look forward
to. So
either
either the worst commercial or the best Twitter video response you'll ever see. I can probably tell you it's bad for both, okay?
But yeah, check out Titans.
So if you're on Twitter and you ever hear someone go, hey, so what you doing on a Sunday? And the reply is always washing my hair, mowing the lawn, building a log cabin. So, yeah, it never goes well.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing with you,
laundry.
for sure. Other people's laundry because I want to avoid you. That's what they would say.
Picking up dog poop.
I'm picking up my own and other people's dog poop because I just don't want to be around you, okay?
Oh, man. Well, listen, I do apologize for today's show. I don't know what got into us. This is what happens when we record together. We
got to stop doing this, dude. We are so much. Sometimes, you hear people say, we're so much better together. No, we are better apart. we are much better bi-coastal. So I have to say, dude. Okay. Distance, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I am so fond of this guy when we're not doing shows together.
Hey, next time Swab's in town, and shout out Swab, we're going to have Swab. We're going to do it in person.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, my wish list is to have Regular Scott and Swab and me in the same space doing a show.
Oh, man. All right.
And bees.
Whoa. All right. Tell me what we talk to next time.
Hey, as usual, people, thank you, and peace and chicken grease.
And make sure you're following us on Twitter at Need4 Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. Email us at Need4Marvel vs. DC at GoDefyLife.com. And y'all have a good time because we're going to have a good time. Until we talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Yeah, why are you so violent, dude? On the basketball tip, man. Man, how you gonna have Supergirl
Man,
like?
shut your mouth.
No,
Shut your
You
70-year-old self up.
okay, man. Man. I'm just saying, man.
You know, what you doing on a Sunday?